Good morning, my dear students. Welcome to my physics class. Look at the pictures below. What are you observing here? Here, the velocity of the objects is increasing with time. Initially, the velocity is lower than the final velocity. Gradually, velocity is increasing here. We know the rate of change of velocity is called acceleration. When velocity is changed, then the change in velocity per unit time is called acceleration. Here velocity is increasing, so this object has velocity acceleration because velocity is changing. When velocity is changed, there is acceleration. Here the acceleration is caused by the force of gravity. Here due to the gravitational force, their velocity is changing, that is increasing. Therefore, this acceleration is called acceleration due to gravity. So our today's topic is acceleration due to gravity. Let's start now. We know already what is gravitation. The attraction between Earth and any other object is called gravity. If we apply force on an object, its velocity is changed. If we apply force on an moving object, then its velocity is increased if the force is applied along the direction of the motion. If we apply force on the body opposite to the motion, then its velocity will be decreased. If we apply force along the direction of the motion, then its velocity will be increased. That is, if we apply force on an object, its velocity is changed. The rate of change of velocity is called acceleration. It is denoted by A. That is, the change in velocity per unit time is called acceleration. And if this acceleration is caused by any force, then it is denoted by A. The force of gravity also causes acceleration. Gravitational force is one kind of force, and this force also causes acceleration. Acceleration due to gravity. The acceleration caused by the force of gravity is called acceleration due to gravity. It is denoted by g. That is, if the acceleration is caused by any force, then it is denoted by small a, and if the acceleration is caused by gravitational force, then it is known as acceleration due to gravity, and it is denoted by g. There is no force, there is no acceleration. That is, for the acceleration, if we want to produce acceleration, we have to apply force on it. Then if this force is any kind of force, then it is generally acceleration, and it is denoted by small a. But if this acceleration is caused by the gravitational force, then this acceleration is known as acceleration due to gravity. Let m is the mass of the earth. Here earth, and here an object near to the earth. Capital M is the mass of the earth, and small m is the mass of the object, and d is the distance between them. Here distance between earth and the object is d. The attractive force between them, we know there is a gravitational force between object and earth. Here capital M is the mass of the object, small m is the mass of the capital M is the mass of the earth, and small m is the mass of the object, and distance between them is small d. So their attractive force, that is gravitational force, F is equal to g capital M small m divided by d square. Here product of the mass, we know F is equal to G m1 m2 divided by d square. Here m1 means capital M and m2 means small m. M divided by d square, and here G is gravitational constant. We know the gravitational constant G is equal to 6.673 into 10 to the minus 11 Newton meter square per kilogram square. And again, from Newton's second law of motion, we know F is equal to mg. We know F is equal to ma. From second law of motion, we know F is equal to ma. A is the acceleration, but here acceleration is caused by the gravitational force, so it is acceleration due to gravity and denoted by g. So instead of a, here mg. F is equal to mg. This is we get from the Newton's second law of motion. Here F is equal to g mm divided by d square, and here force, gravitational force F acting on the object m by the earth, that is force applied by the earth on this object of mass m is mg. Here mg is the gravitational force F, and here also gravitational force F is equal to g mm divided by d square. This is equation 1 and this equation 2. This force F is equal to this force F. So from this equation 1 and 2, we get F is equal to g mm divided by d square. So F is equal to mg. Mg is equal to g mm divided by d square. Here is small m, here also is small m. So g is equal to gm divided by d square. Here m is divided by this m. So acceleration due to gravity, g is equal to gm divided by d square. This is the equation of acceleration due to gravity. Acceleration due to gravity, g is equal to gm divided by d square. Now if the object is on the surface of the earth, here object is on the surface of the earth, so here radius of the earth is capital R is the radius of the earth. If the object is on the surface of the earth, then the distance between them, d is equal to r. Here from earth center to the object is r, here radius r. So g is equal to gm divided by r square, not d square. Instead of d, here distance is capital R. So acceleration due to gravity on the surface of the earth, g is equal to gm divided by r square. So on the surface of the earth, the magnitude of g depends on the mass of the earth m, gravitational constant g, and the radius of the earth r. That is acceleration. From this equation, g is equal to gm divided by d square. Here d means distance between object and earth. Capital G is a constant, that is gravitational constant, and m, it is also constant. The mass of the earth is constant, and d is variable. So acceleration due to gravity actually depends on the distance between the object and earth, because g is constant and m is also constant. So acceleration due to gravity does not depend on mass of the object, that is small m. Here there is no small m in this equation, so acceleration due to gravity does not depend on mass of the object, only it depends on acceleration depends on gravitational constant g, mass of the earth m, and distance between them. But gravitational constant is constant, mass of the earth is also constant. Actually acceleration due to gravity depends on the distance. And on the surface of the earth, g is equal to gm divided by r square. That is acceleration due to gravity depends on gravitational constant, mass of the earth, and radius of the earth. Now variation of g on the surface of the earth. If the object is on the surface of the earth, we know g is equal to gm divided by r square. Here already we know it, that is acceleration due to gravity actually depends on radius of the earth, because gravitational constant g is constant and mass of the earth is not changeable, it is constant. That is mass of the earth is not changed with time or any other thing, it is constant. So actually g depends on radius of the earth, but our earth is not a perfect sphere, that is, it is not a perfectly spherical in shape, it is oblate spheroid. So radius of the earth is not same in everywhere, that is, on the surface of the earth the radius of the earth is not equal. Here polar region and here equator. At the equatorial region the radius of the earth is more than that the radius of the earth in the polar region. Here radius of the earth is smaller than the radius of the earth in the equatorial region. Therefore the value of g is not same at the equatorial region and at the polar region. We know g is equal to gm divided by r square, that is the equation of the acceleration due to gravity on the surface of earth. Here equator and here north pole and this south pole, that polar region and equator. At the polar region the radius of earth is small, and at equatorial region radius of the earth is greater than the radius of the earth in the polar region. So at this, if r is greater, that is with increasing r the value of g will be decreased, and with decreasing r value of g will be increased. G increases with decreasing r and g decreases with increasing r. If r is increased then g will be decreased, if r is decreased then g will be increased. So at polar region the radius is minimum and at equator radius is maximum. The radius of earth is maximum at equator and radius of the earth is minimum at pole. So as the radius of the earth is minimum at polar region, so here the value of g will be maximum, and here radius of the earth is maximum, so g will be, that is acceleration due to gravity, will be minimum. Here acceleration due to gravity g is minimum and here g is maximum, because here radius is less and here radius is greater than this radius. And at the equator the value of g is equal to 9.78 meter per second square, that is at equator in every second velocity of the object increases by 9.78 meter per second, and 9.78 is the value of g at the equator. And at the polar region the value of g is equal to 9.83 meter per second square, and this is the maximum value of g on the surface of earth. So at polar region this point the value of g is equal to 9.83, and at the equator the value of g is equal to 9.78 meter per second square. And if we move from polar region to equator then the value of g will be decreased, and at this point it will be minimum. And if we move from equator to polar region, that is from equator to polar, then the value of g will be increased gradually, and at this point it will be maximum. So maximum value of g is at the polar region and minimum value of g is at the equator. The standard value of g is equal to 9.8 meter per second square. For the calculation we use the value of g is equal to 9.8 meter per second square. This is the standard value of g. We need it for any kind of calculation. G is equal to 9.8 meter per second square. So at polar region the radius is minimum and g is maximum. At equator radius is maximum and g is minimum. If we move from equator to pole, then the value of g will be increased and at pole g will be maximum. If we move from pole to equator, then the value of g will be decreased, and at this point it will be minimum. Now acceleration due to gravity g is equal to gm divided by d square. Acceleration due to gravity g does not depend on mass of the body, because here there is no small m. Small m is the mass of the object, but in this equation there is no small m. So acceleration due to gravity does not depend on mass of the body. That is, the acceleration due to gravity for heavy body or lighter body is same. So if there is no air resistance, then if we allow to fall a body freely, then the lighter body and heavier body will fall on the ground at the same time. Here the elephant and a feather is falling on the ground at the same time, and here also a ball and a feather is falling on the ground at the same time, because acceleration due to gravity for the lighter body and heavier body is same if there is no air resistance, because acceleration due to gravity does not depends on mass of the body. So if there is no air resistance, then all the body will fall on the ground at the same time from the same height. If we allow to fall the bodies from the same height, then heavier body and lighter body will fall on the ground at the same time. But if there is air resistance, in reality there is air resistance. So in reality what will happen? Look at here. In reality it will happen, the heavier body will fall on the ground before the lighter body, because here the air resistance effect of air resistance is more for the lighter body than the heavier body. So feather will fall on the ground later. So the heavier body will fall on the ground before the lighter body. Now evaluation, the acceleration caused by the force of gravity is called acceleration due to gravity. Acceleration due to gravity depends on which factors? Mass of the earth m, gravitational constant g, and the radius of the earth, that is r. But gravitational constant g and mass of the earth m is constant and r is variable here. Now your homework, explain the variation of g on the surface of earth. Thank you.